Welcome back to Across the Board here on Hawk Radio, hawkradio.org on the campus of the University of Maryland, Eastern Shore. I am E. This is the Colonel over here to my right, and we are live with Jason Singleton from Trust Company. Jason, how you doing today?
Doing great, man. How you guys?
We're doing outstanding.
Outstanding.
So, Jason, love the band. We are huge Trust Company fans, and you have your third album coming out February 8th. From the album we've heard so far and the new single, this is by far the best Trust Company album.
Well, here's what we're going to do. Is like when we're all like 75, we're going to reunite and call it Rust Company.
Nice. I like it.
I'd have to agree, man. It's the first time that we got to make a record all the way through that is completely how we wanted it.
When you went into the studio to make this record, was there anything you wanted to do differently than previous albums that you had done with Trust Company?
Not per se, but I mean, we really don't try to think about that kind of stuff. We just write what we write, and whatever happens, happens. And like I said, this is the first time that there was really no changes or interference from when we started writing it till the end. You know, the producer didn't take it and chop this up and take this out, and we're going to put this there, and this is too long. It was really, the demos that we did are almost exactly how the record came out. So it's refreshing to have a label, too, that will let you do that. So the record is completely 100% what we wrote.
Yeah, that is incredible to have a label that will allow you to work that way. Now, you guys have gone through a lot of lineup changes, and you've been with the band the entire time. But we noticed that this music is consistent. The sound is consistent. How do you keep that consistency through different members in the band?
I think a lot of the consistency is, attributed to James and Kevin's writing style. They write really well together. And we've gone through different bass players, and Josh Motes was the original guy, was a really big part of the sound as well. So we were concerned that the sound might change when we lost him, but Kevin and James just powered through, and I think that has a lot to do with the way that we sound.
You have done, especially during the short hiatus for Trust Company, you were in numerous projects as well. How does being in multiple bands, having that experience, how does that help you when it comes to something on a large scale with Trust Company?
I would say playing with other people, like doing all the side projects I did, definitely opened my eyes to different, styles of drumming and maybe some little busier parts and things like that, and it's always a refreshing thing to go play with those people and be inspired in a different way, and it always, comes back to Trust Company. I don't necessarily play the same way in the band, but the vocabulary is now there. If something is required, that may be a little different or a little more intricate, I can definitely do that.
Now, you guys are well known for your videos as well. I first became aware of you when Downfall came out. Love that song, just love the style of that song, and Figure 8 is probably my favorite song of yours so far. But Downfall was such a cool video, just incredibly groundbreaking, one that you can watch over and over again. I know you're working on the video for Heart in My Hands right now. Can you tell us a little bit about that process?
We're actually completely done with the video. It should be coming out sometime in November, to the best of my knowledge. And we just, it was great because we didn't have to go to L.A. to make it like all the other videos we made. The hop, skip, and a jump over to Atlanta. We did it there with great director Chris Stanford. And then we did a lot of stuff on green screen for this particular video. It's the first time we've ever done any green screen footage. So I think it would have been even cooler if we could have had dragons and crap flying through the background, through the final video. But
right.
Instead we just, do something like stupid and crazy interesting. But it was a pretty cool experience, man.
Now, the video for Running From Me, you guys were actually in they had you in a sort of pouring rain, and I assume that drum set got completely ruined, huh?
Yeah, well, they had these rain machines. We were wearing the wetsuits under our clothes and stuff. It's
okay.
Really cold, and in between shoots, they actually had this heated trailer that we go into so we didn't get sick. So it was pretty cool, and it was a 2-day shoot, so it's really exhausting.
As a drummer myself, I have to ask, when it comes to influence, who are your 3 most influential drummers to you personally?
Oh man, I like so many different people, but if I had to pick my top 3. I guess of all time, it would be John Bonham from Led Zeppelin. After that, probably Abe Cunningham from Deftones.
Nice.
And then, man, you're making this hard to list the top 3. There's just so many. Take Danny Carey. Frankie Banali was actually in Quiet Riot, but it was huge influence on me when I was a kid.
Yeah.
Right.
And then there's a couple local guys back home, Rob King and Jeff Sheehan, that when I was like 17 pretty much changed the game for me. Like seeing those guys play and what they were doing with like a little 4-piece kit was just amazing. And so it made me get rid of like my big double bass kit and pretend like I was in Queensryche and all that stuff.
Oh, yeah.
And just to see what those guys could do with a small kit really changed the game for me.
Is there any particular song, whether of yours or a cover song, that you really enjoy to play live with Trust Company?
Yeah, on the new record, there's a song called "Close Your Eyes." I really, really enjoy that one. It's probably one of the busier songs that I've ever played within Trust Company, and you know, it's definitely one of the songs where I brought some of the elements from my other band, my other side projects, back to this.
Right.
So that song for me is always really fun to play.
So tell us about the new album. Why should we go out and buy it? Which, you know, we are for sure. As soon as that drops, again, February 8th, the new album, Dreaming in Black and White. And then where are you going to be on tour? I know you guys are doing a couple shows right now. You're in between shows. You're playing tonight, but some other upcoming shows. Where can folks see you?
We're working on some touring stuff in December. Nothing is concrete yet. I mean, it's just we're catching up to the end of the year here, so it's kind of hard to find anything to jump on everybody's books. But we'll have some radio shows and things like that in December. And then as far as buying the record, I mean, that's what makes it possible for us to do this. And, you know, we've always had a really supportive fan base. And I think, you know, we really appreciate that about them going to get our record. And that's, like I said, that's what makes it possible for us to do this. So we've got to go get it.
Let's tell people about how can they get in contact with the band, keep in touch with you, Twitter, MySpace, Facebook.
Yeah, we do all that, man. I mean, there's no label like going on there answering questions for us or anything like that. It's if you go to our MySpace or Facebook or Twitter, you're actually talking directly to us.
Oh, that's incredible.
We enjoy that, and we want to keep that, you know, that close contact and not have someone answering things for us.
And just to specify on this, if you want to join up with Trust Company on Facebook, make sure you join the official Trust Company page. There is another one as well that's just based off the Wikipedia article. Join the official Trust Company page. That's the one that you'll want to get the information from.
That's right, Trust Company Official.
So what's in the future for you, even for the band as a whole, with Trust Company?
As a drummer, man, I mean, right now, for the foreseeable future, it's just Trust Company. This is my main priority, and of course, I'll always, you know, when we have downtime or whatever, I'm going to want to jam with other people just because I got a taste of that, and that's really fun to just get out there and be able to do that. And as for Trust Company, we're just going to keep plugging away, man, and trying to build this back up until the record comes out in February and try to get some great touring opportunities and, you know, see what we can do with it.
Really, we enjoy your music so much.
Again, Jason, thank you so much. Jason, the drummer from Trust Company, the new album, Dreaming in Black and White, coming out February 8th, that Tuesday in 2011. And the new single is available. It's available now. Yeah, on iTunes. And it is Heart in My Hands. Love it. Listen to it, everybody. Jason, thank you again. We appreciate it. And we'll stay in touch with you, and good luck on the road.
All right, thanks, guys. I appreciate it.